What's up, everyone? I am here at Yankum Ropes in Burley, Idaho, because I desperately need recovery gear for the Rossmonster. I have been traveling for 3 days through central Nevada, and one of those days was solo, and I got a little nervous because there were some mud patches and stuff that if I were to get stuck or need recovery, the only thing I have on this truck is a winch with no gear, like no tree strap, no soft shackles, no bow shackles, no nothing, or 2 traction boards. So we're starting to begin our more full-time travel, full-time exploration in the Rossmonster, and we are currently ill-prepared. So what better place to get recovery gear than Yankum Ropes? So let's go inside. Alan!
What's up, Matt? How are you?
Excellent. Everybody, this is Alan. He is the owner, founder, mastermind.
One of the owners. So
One
there's
of
also Jade Shank. Without him, none of this would be here. So
Yeah, we'll give him credit for sure.
For sure.
But yeah, this is Alan. He is the brainchild behind all things ropes. And if you want any type of fun, trivial, deep into the rabbit hole info on ropes and how to make ropes and all things recovery gear, this is your man to talk to.
Buckle up because we're about to do it right now.
Awesome. First, can you take me and show me what y'all make here?
Yeah, let's go.
Sweet. So everything is actually made right here in Burley, Idaho.
Yeah, we're in Burley, Idaho. We're on Overland. This is the main street.
Yeah, it was, but I drove in.
And so, yeah, right off the exit. Burley's not very big. So
That's cool. And it all starts with
this right here.
this little thin.
These tiny little fibers.
strands.
Check this out. You can, I don't know if you can see that one, but you can see everything hanging off of that.
Wow,
Those fibers are 5% the diameter of a human hair.
that's
Tiny.
wild.
Tiny, tiny, tiny. And there's like 68 filament fibers in this bundle, and this is the beginning. We take a bunch of these, and then we twist them together and make the yarn. So this is the rack that holds all of that. If you shine the camera down there,
Yeah,
you can kind of see all of those fibers being pulled off the...
that is so cool.
Each one of these are tensioners. We have to make sure that every fiber is the same tension when it goes into our twister. So we have 2 twisters. What this is doing is it's pulling all of these fibers together, all under the same tension, running it through those hydraulic tensioners. And then in here, I'm just going to kick this off really quick. Stand back just a second. The door's going to swing open. And you'll see, there it goes. This is how we twist the fibers.
So this is twisting.
Yep.
There's no braiding yet. Right now it's
No
just
braiding.
twisting.
Now, in order to make rope, we have to make yarn first.
Right.
So, and there's companies out there that make yarn, but we found that it's just so much faster and easier, and it's just a better guarantee that we have just a better product.
I mean, you control the quality.
We control everything. So, in here, this is our twister. We've got this giant cradle, and then the yarn is twisted around the cradle. So this thing's going around about 1600 RPM, and it's pulling it and drawing all the fiber
Honestly,
in.
when it was running, I didn't even notice that was spinning.
Yeah, it's spinning so fast you can't even see it. And so, and then what that's doing is it's putting a very precise TPM, which is twist per meter. And what we're doing is we're putting a single strand on this package. So that's the first step. Now we have to make 8 of these packages before we can make yarn, or before we can make rope.
Wow.
So you've got 2 strands of, you have to have 2 strands of S-twist and 2 strands of Z-twist with the jacket. So that's 4 strands. And then for the core, you have to have 2 strands of S-twist and 2 strands of Z-twist. So S and Z-twist, that's clockwise and counterclockwise twist.
Gotcha.
So rope's a very old commodity. It's a very old human commodity. So if you think about it, It goes way back in human history. It's a really deep rabbit hole. It's really fun. So much so that the oldest known rope artifact was a chunk of mammoth tusk found in a Neanderthal cave.
Oh wow!
So they found birch bark fibers in this mammoth tusk, and there were these 4 polished holes that had polished rifling in them, and they were forcing fiber through this mammoth tusk. And anyways, it makes rope really, really good.
That's cool.
If you think about it, you got to put a sharp rock on the end of a stick. You gotta
secure it.
Yeah, you got to kill a mammoth and drag it back to the cave. You're going to put clothing on. It all requires rope.
Yeah.
So, and it's people don't realize how much rope they utilize every single day. I mean, it's in your clothing, it's in your vehicle,
That's true.
it's in the internet.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I digress a little bit. This is a little bit of a rabbit trail. But anyways, yeah, we got to make the yarn first. We make the different packages, and then this right here is the pairing machine. So, right now it's not loaded up, but this is where we put the braider bobbins for the braiding machines. You can see over there.
Oh, okay.
A few bobbins ready for jacket braiding machine. So what we're doing is we're taking 2 strands of S-twist and putting on a bobbin. So we're going from 1 strand on this package to 2 strands on those bobbins. Now it'll make a little bit more sense when we see the braiders. I'm going to kick this one on in a second. This is the core braiding machine.
So this is taking those 2 things, those last ones that we saw on the spindles,
Yep.
and putting them in here.
So I'm going to slow it down as much as it'll slow down.
That's cool.
So the red bobbins are the Z twist going counterclockwise, and the yellow ones are the S twist going clockwise. And it looks like they're doing a do-si-do dance.
It just looks like a mesmerizing dance.
Yeah, I'm going to slow it down just a little bit more. Let me crack this open. There's a lot that goes into making a rope precisely. You've got to have the same amount of tension on the inside pass as the outside pass. Yeah. So there's different tensioners, there's springs, there's a lot of things happening in there to make sure that works. So I'm going to move it real slow. And so you'll see all of the red bobbins, which are the Z twist. They're going around the horn gears in a counterclockwise manner, and the yellow ones, the S twists, are going in a clockwise manner.
And this is actually passing them from one to the other.
Yeah.
Look at that. Let's go over there.
Just keep your fingers out of there.
Yeah. That is so cool. I bet. That is so cool.
I can go a little bit slower here, just so you can see that handoff. Now this is a brand new machine, but it's based on very old technology.
That is so cool.
It's really fun. So this is the core braider. That is a 12 carrier, 24 strand core.
So this is the core.
Yep. And
okay.
Going back, remember we were talking about tandem strands. You'll see on one bobbin, you've got 2 strands.
2 strands, yeah.
And that's what the pairing machine does. And that pairing machine can pair up to 3 and 4 strands on one bobbin. The key is making sure that they don't cross over and get twisted up, and
Gotcha.
that's what it's good at. Now this is the fun one to watch. This is the jacket braider.
So this is taking that,
Yep.
And that's the inside of this.
Yep.
So this is braiding all this on top of that.
Yeah.
okay.
Right now we're making 7/8 inch rope. Let me turn it down. So that's full speed. It's a little easier to talk over when it's a little. So right now we're making 7/8 inch diameter rope. So this is the rope that you'd use with your Gladiator.
Okay.
Yep. So this is finished.
And
Double braid.
this is a
nylon.
kinetic rope.
This is a kinetic rope.
Okay.
Yep.
So that has stretch and
30% stretch in this.
yeah.
Now, we're going to make a few thousand meters in one of these large boxes. Now, what's interesting is that people don't realize how much rope goes into making a kinetic rope. So a 30-foot rope takes 37. So a 30-foot kinetic sling takes 37 foot of rope. So it takes 3.5 feet on both ends to make those eyes.
Wow.
So there's a lot to it. Yeah, right now we're stocking up cordage as fast as we can for the end of the year, the holiday season. You can see we have some stored there, a lot stored behind you. And then this is what we render and then turn into the kinetic ropes. So this is the only waste we have between splices.
Oh wow.
So we've gotten good enough at calculating length on the core braiding machine to run out of core at the precise amount of time that we would run out of jacket right at the same time. So in here you'll see the black tape, that's the splice. So we're only wasting about 6 inches of,
That's impressive.
yeah, so 3 to 6 inches.
So what happens?
That depends on how much stretch you put in it.
Yeah. So what happens when you go? What's next after this? Because
So after this
is not ready to go.
No, like this could be used for a lot of different things, like mooring line, and so, like I was saying, it takes 7 additional feet to make the eyes at both ends, so like 3.5 feet on both sides. So all of that splicing is done by hand. So once the rope is braided and done, that's the end of the machines. The rest of it it's all done by hand. We have to splice these by hand. There isn't a robot machine that can do it well enough. And once that's done, once the splice is done, then we dip the eyes, and then after you dip the eye, it takes about 2 days for that to cure. And then we'll dip the body, and the body takes about 3 days to cure. So it's about a work week.
So these have the eyes dipped,
Yep. So that's been masked.
and this has the rest dipped.
Yep. So and that's looks like all the masking's been pulled off.
So, and this is
Over here.
this 7/8?
That's
So this is that.
Yep.
That is that all dipped and
You're
ready to go.
You'll see these ones are a little fresher. These were dipped this morning. As you can see that we still have the masking tape on them.
yeah.
Tomorrow or Monday morning they'll take the masking off.
And where are these dipped?
Right over here.
So they just each one is kind of dumped in a tub.
Yep, exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we just dip it in dump it in a tub, pull it up to the ceiling, and they're put on the drying racks. So it's a time-intensive process. You'll notice that all of the rope is white and it's very delicate. It's really soft.
Yes, it's very
It's
soft.
very, very soft. The problem with that is I guess the benefit is it's really strong. It's very, very strong, but it's not very durable. So because it's so delicate, it's going to pick up all of the dust and dirt and particulate and nature and all that stuff, and then it will degrade faster. Also, it doesn't have any UV protection. This glue, now this isn't dye, this is glue. What we're doing is we're gluing those fibers together, and you'll feel these dry ropes. They're stiffer.
Yeah,
They're a lot stiffer. They're rougher.
They're actually, those are more pliable.
Than those.
Those were dipped this morning.
Yeah.
And if you squeeze them too much, your hand will turn red.
Yeah, I think I got a little on my thumb.
So the drying process takes a while because we want it to cure. We don't want to send a wet rope to somebody. But the general idea is we are gluing those fibers together so that then it will repel nature, and it has UV blockers in it as well too to give added longevity to the rope. So now some people say, okay, well, why are your ropes more expensive than foreign ropes? Well, a lot of different factors. A lot of times they're using a dyed nylon, and then they're just putting a chafe sleeve over the eye. So once the splice is done and the chafe sleeve's there, it's already a dyed rope and it's finished. But the problem is that those fibers are now exposed to nature. It's still a delicate rope, so it's going to fall apart faster. But we're gluing these fibers together, that rope's going to last longer.
Makes sense.
So it's a process.
That's a cool process.
It's pretty fun. So these are the bigger ropes. And this is our giveaway Tacoma.
That is beautiful.
It's an awesome.
That is a well-built Tacoma. You'll have to tell me more about that later.
Yeah, I'm gonna cry when it.
Yeah, you'll have to tell me more about that later.
So this is, everybody just left. This is just right at the end of the day. This is our large rope splicing table. In fact, we have to use winches to splice these larger diameter ropes because it just takes so much tension to pull that core back into the jacket after it's been wrapped around. This is where we do all of the smaller braiding. That's where we do all of the soft shackles down on that end. And we're a small operation, but we try to create the best quality that we can on the market.
It's impressive.
So this is shipping and receiving here. All of the different colors, diameters, the different pieces, the soft shackles, the hardware, everything. This is Jolene's department. This is the last step. There are several layers of quality control through our whole process. So Dan, he's double checking all of the cordage that he produces, and then when the splicing department gets it, they're double checking that cordage and then splicing it, and then the dipping department's double checking the splices. So, we don't let anything out of our sight that isn't perfect.
I've got a lot of your stuff, recovery gear for my Gladiator, and it's impressive. I've been using it. It's impressive stuff.
That's good. Well, I'm glad you've been enjoying it. This is it. This is Yankum Ropes. This is where we do what we do, and we try to be the best at it.
That's awesome.
Now, obviously, y'all make ropes for a lot more than just the off-road industry, because there's no rig, like even my rig's too big for that.
Right.
But maybe a giant earth roamer.
Yeah,
but
and that's a 2-inch. We've got a 2.5 inch, which is a little bit bigger. We can even do bigger.
So what other industries do y'all make equipment for?
Primarily agriculture.
Oh, okay.
But lots for military, first responders, all different kinds of things. So,
okay.
Yeah, even different SWAT applications as well.
Well, if first responders and military trust you guys, that says a lot.
It's getting harder and harder for them to find a true American manufacturer. So we're a dying breed. It's hard. I know that there's a lot of effort. We decided to make and manufacture all of this in the United States before it recently became popular. And even though it's becoming popular again, it's still really hard and really expensive.
Yeah, so, no tariffs on Yankum Ropes.
No tariffs on Yankum Ropes. Yeah, in fact, it says it on the website along a lot of the products. It says tariff-free pricing.
All right, show me the Tacoma.
Okay, yeah, we gotta go see.
Y'all are giving this thing away.
Yeah, and let's take it to dinner.
Okay, let's do it.
You got time for dinner?
Yeah, I do.
All right, let's do it. So,
I'm not turning it on dinner.
This is the Tacoma, and I don't want to give it away. This thing's so nice. So 2025. So Matt, our VP of marketing, he's like, I think we peaked. So yeah, this is 2024 actually.
Okay.
But it's a it's a TRD, and we've done a lot to it. There's a lot of different things. So we got the rooftop tent, bed rack, roto packs,
FSR tent, Princey rack.
Beautiful. I love the sliders.
CBI sliders. Chassis unlimited.
35s?
35-inch tires.
35-inch tires.
And real bead locks.
These are
real bead locks. We didn't go with the fake.
No faux locks, huh?
Those are the real ones.
Nice.
Just because. So we built this for a couple applications. Every vehicle we give away from this point on, if someone wanted to start an off-road recovery business, they could with this. So if you lived by a beach or you're like, you know what? Hey, I'm going to go do recoveries on the weekends. You could do this with this truck. So
how long until you do the giveaway?
So this ends September 7th. So we're only from
just
filming,
a few weeks. Yeah,
we're 10 days away. But you're going to get this out in a couple of days. So it'll probably be less than a week.
Okay.
Yes, it's running up quick.
It is.
So
what do they have to do to enter?
Well, it's easy. All you got to do is just go, like as soon as you go to yankum.com, there's a little pop-up that comes up, name, phone number, email, you get 100 free entries right there.
Wow. Okay.
No purchase necessary there. But if you want to, every dollar you spend at yankum.com gives you additional entries to win this. So And there's a few other packages too. There's different rope packages and kits that give extra multipliers and stuff like that. It explains everything on the website.
That's sweet. This is beautiful, man. This is absolutely beautiful. Love the front bumper. That is a great look.
But lots of cool stuff coming with it.
Love the interior. Yeah, that's sweet.
It's got a giant screen on it.
It does. Well, there you go. There's Yankum Ropes and the incredible work they do right here in Burley, Idaho. Go to their website. Sign up to win this sweet Tacoma. Okay, next thing we're going to do is figure out what I need for the Rossmonster.
That thing's a beast.
Totally different animal than my Gladiator. Yeah. I could walk through here and go, oh yeah, I need that for my Gladiator. I don't have a clue what I need for the Rossmonster because it weighs 11,500 pounds.
Yep. So it's just it's actually just 2 steps up from your Gladiator.
Okay.
Your Gladiator 7/8, and then a diesel truck, like a normal diesel truck, would be a 1-inch rope, and then for the Rossmonster, being that it's a little heavier, it would be 1 1/4 inches. So we actually have a heavy Overlander / service truck kit, recovery kit. It's on the website. Oh. So I'll give you the code for that. So anybody that's following you that has similar builds, it's a real easy one-click everything you need in a kit. So a couple things that are in that kit is it's 1 1/4 inch, 30-foot rope, a bag, and then a couple of soft shackles to go with that, and then there's a couple other variations with it as well too. So but yeah, that's the most important thing, is making sure that you have the diameter of your kinetic rope paired with the physical weight of your rig. So that's what
it's all about, the weight of the rig doing the recovery, not the rig that you're pulling out.
It does not matter what's stuck. And so, and some people will say, well, okay, what if no, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's a fully loaded semi, as long as you have the right diameter paired with what is doing that pulling. That's what's going to stretch that rope the correct amount, and it won't break it. You won't overcycle it. So
makes sense.
Now,
because I could pull out with a kinetic rope, a right-sized kinetic rope for my Gladiator being smaller, I could pull out the Rossmonster because the Gladiator doesn't have enough power to break that rope. But if we reverse that with the exact same rope, the Rossmonster has enough power to snap the rope for the Jeep.
If it's pulling anything heavier and bigger.
Yeah.
And because some people will say, well, shoot, I'm probably just going to recover things smaller. Well, what if you come across something a lot bigger and heavier?
Just leave them there.
Yeah. So now, with that in mind, some people will say, well, another question that comes up, what if I find somebody that's really small or something it's like, you are so much bigger and heavier than a Subaru, right? And so you've got that 1 1/4 inch rope. You don't need to get a running start and bounce on the end of the rope. Right. You have so much mass and traction.
I can slowly pull them out.
You can just slowly pull them out, because that kinetic rope is going to be a static device when used with a Subaru on the end of it. And that Subaru is just not going to handle what that Rossmonster can throw at it, and all of the physics involved with it as well too.
Perfect.
But that's just it. It's just understanding the physics behind how kinetic recovery is. So,
sweet.
There's another thing I wanted to show you too.
Yes.
So since we make our own cordage, this is
Super Shackle.
The Super Shackle. I know we've talked a little bit about this before.
I think we picked one up from you last year at XLPNW.
People are loving these things.
They're actually awesome. My front recovery points on the Rossmonster are squared. It's a squared round piece.
They've got little radiuses on them, but they're not
much at all. Yeah. And I would be nervous putting a regular soft shackle on those.
This is what you want.
That's exactly what I mean.
Yep. Yeah. So these right here, we make this completely in house. The beautiful thing about it too, I know we covered this last time, but you can move this protective sheet. Unlike other manufacturers out there where they braid that extra durability into the soft shackle, you can't move it. You can't take it off.
Right.
So.
Yeah, sweet.
Anyway.
Okay, next question I have. I have used my winch once and discovered that it only has about 40 feet of rope on that thing. What do I need to do? Because if I'm going to end up being 50 feet away from a tree. So what do I do with that?
Well, there's a couple of things. I'm sure you're familiar with our hookless winch system. So
Yes.
our system is, and I noticed the Rossmonster's still got a hook on the front of it.
Yes,
and the Santa
I'd like to
Fe.
get rid of that.
Okay,
Absolutely.
Well, that's what we can do, and it's pretty simple. So our system works with, we delete the thimble, we delete the hook, we get rid of metal projectiles.
I'm all for that.
Potential projectiles out of the system.
We have the group fair lead on all three of our Jeeps, and have done so many recoveries with it. It is fantastic.
That's awesome. So the way our system works is you can daisy chain a winch extension to the end of your winch line via a cow hitch. Anyways, then you can daisy chain all of those, and that system's also designed to go through our snatch block. So we have a snatch block that it really behaves more like let me grab it. So this is our snatch block, and it behaves more like a block and tackle because you can put multi-lines through this.
Right, you can go around that and through the middle.
You can go through the hole, you can go through there. And the nice thing about going through the hole is that you don't have to worry about it falling out. It'll stay in the snatch block. It just makes the recovery so much easier. You don't have to worry about the line falling between the
Yeah, it's
pulley
actually
and
kind of
cheek
a
plate.
pain not just going around the outside of it.
Yeah, going through the hole is great. So you go through there first, and then you go through the outside. Now that groove is as wide as it is, so that then that cow hitch can pass through it.
Okay.
This is the only snatch block, first of all, that you can do a multi-line pull through it, but you can also pull the union of a winch line and a winch extension through it.
Beautiful. Brilliant.
And they're not that expensive when you take a look at what its capabilities are compared to a lot of the others that are on the market. So anyways, it makes recovery very, very convenient.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So, but yeah, those are some of the things that we'll do to make things a little bit easier and make it so that then you can reach farther, pull harder, and safer and easier.
Love it.
All right, well, here is what I've got for the Rossmonster. Of course, a bag, 2 soft shackles, receiver hitch, because I've got recovery points front and rear that this can go in, 30-foot kenetic rope, groove fair lead, because I hate metal in my recovery gear, snatch ring, tree strap, winch extension for my little tiny short winch line, and of course a t-shirt.
Yeah, you're set.
That will be incredible.
Yeah, you'll be able to recover all kinds of stuff.
Now I'm ready to get stuck.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, if you know me, I'm a big proponent of getting budget items where it's appropriate to get budget items. I personally do not think recovery gear is one of those areas. Literally, your life could be on the line in a recovery situation. So don't skimp out on your recovery gear. And in my opinion, Yankum Ropes is the absolute best in the industry, made right here in Idaho at this incredible facility. So anyway, thanks for watching. There's links and discount codes to, if you want to purchase Yankum recovery gear, links and discount codes in the descriptions. So be sure and check that out. But anyway, hope you enjoyed this one. It's kind of this behind the scenes of how recovery gear is made. It was fascinating to me. So thanks for watching. If you would like, subscribe, give us the YouTube love. And if you like what we're doing, you want to consider supporting the channel, gain access to special events, special content, all of our GPS data from our trips, then check out the Patreon link in the description or here on the screen. And for all of our merchandise, go to shopoverlandapparel.com. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye.